Yeah, test. Yeah. No, Harlan. I thought you were going to do this. Are you the grandpa? So think about it.
I got the names. Let me find out.
Oh my God, really, people? This is Friday, kids. Or
Why are we going to?
what is the candle prayer? Is it English?
So when you guys sit down, you always go down one. So Leia, hop down one step. There you go.
Sandy, me and Peyton are wearing the same dress.
That's cool.
Yeah, but they're racing. I have buttons too.
I just want to know what I'm supposed to read. This one? As okay.
You have a sister?
And then yes, please.
Yeah, I'm telling you because if you do it, there is a I was like, Jack, sister, you know, so she got me. And then her sister, because I was like, Jack, sister, I said, what are you learning? So I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing my sister. I'm like, I know you did. Look at it.
All right, fine.
Talk to me.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Adeth Emmanuel. You may have noticed I am not Rabbi Nemes Fuller. My name is Michael Wemmer. I'm on the teaching staff here at Adeth, and I'm very humbled to be filling in for Rabbi. Our hearts are with our congregation's spiritual leader in the East as she travels through Israel this week with a group from the Southern New Jersey Jewish Federation. We're delighted that you're all here tonight on this first Friday in the month of March. That means Family Shabbat. If you're joining us through the blessing of technology, please feel free at this time to say Shabbat Shalom in the chat. Members of our Habanim Youth Choir will be helping lead tonight's service, along with Lucas Bennett on guitar and cantor Sandy Aguilar-Messenger leading the youth choir. They are here to lead the songs. This service, it's not a performance, they are leading the song. So please, at any time you're comfortable, join along in our song. I see some 4th, 5th, and 6th graders that just came from our religious school Shabbat dinner. We hope to see you every first Friday as you continue your studies for your mitzvah celebrations coming up soon. First Friday also means that we are celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, and special life cycle events. If you are celebrating one of these events in the month of March, or if you missed February and you would like to be honored for yours in February, there will be a time later to celebrate your special celebration. And so, we turn in our prayer books to page 128, 128, and these page numbers are always going to be the blue number in the brackets. blue number in the brackets, page 128. This is Hine Ma Tov, how good it is to all be together.
And we invite everyone who's here, 4th through 6th grade, if you fall into that bracket, 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, please come up and join us for Hine Ma Tov. Don't be shy, come on up. I see some hesitation, but yes, that means you too. Come on. Yep, you too. So you want to go stand over the feel like a part of the group? So I'm going to have you guys come over this way. So you're going to stand up on the beam. And Grace. And.
Hine Matov Uma Naim Shevrachim Shevrachim Kam Yaham Hine Matov Uma Naim Shevrachim Shevrachim Kam Yaham Hine Matov Uma Naim Shabbat Kam Yaham Hine Matov Uma Naim Shabbat Kam Yaham Hine Matov Uma Naim Shabbat Kam Yaham Hine Matov
Thank you very much. 4th to 6th graders, you can go back into your seats. And 4th to 6th graders, you have all passed the youth choir audition. So if any of you want to join, you're more than welcome to join us.
And we turn now to page
sorry, I'm late.
120 and 121 in the brackets in our prayer books for the lighting of the Shabbat candles. My pleasure to invite Karen Federman Elner to assist us in lighting the Shabbat candles.
Did that work? As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahat ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen.
L'chaim.
Amen. Youth choir, you are welcome to return to your parents. At this time, we continue with the family blessing, or the parents' blessing. If you're here with your child, your children, or maybe your grandchild, niece, nephew, we invite you to follow the blessing on page 603. We're going all the way to the back of the book, page 603 in the brackets. There's this phrase in the prayer, B'nai Yisrael, meaning the children of Israel, which means all of us in the Jewish community. So if you're here not with your child or someone young, but if you're here with someone, you may also choose to put your hands on each other's shoulders or hold hands as we offer this blessing on the bottom of page 603. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. And at this time, we will turn to page 108 and 109 in our prayer books to welcome in Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Page 138. This time, please rise and face the entrance to the sanctuary. Shabbat Shalom. While we're all still standing, let's take a moment to greet each other. Not someone you know, maybe someone who's in front of you or behind you. Say Shabbat Shalom. Introduce yourself. If you're blessing us through the if you're joining us through the blessing of technology, please join in with a Shabbat Shalom at this time.
I don't know.
That you do not know. My
Okay.
Shabbat know.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, come stand next. Ella, come. Ella. Ella.
Sam, go out and say hi to somebody you don't know.
Okay, just
Adam, go out and say hi to somebody you don't
I
know.
said it. Ella, Ella, come. Sing with me. Come, sing with me. Come. No, over here.
Can
Come,
you come
Ella.
sing with us, Ella?
Come.
Ella?
Yes, I know. Everybody come. Ella, come, look. You have to see. Come, look at the people.
Hey, Ella, can I get a high five?
Yeah.
Good job.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And I don't know. I love so funny. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And the text shows you.
I'm trying to change it.
Tie. Can you tie Ella's shoe?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tie.
She'll tie her shoe. Okay.
And these sound like wonderful conversations that can continue at our Oneg Shabbat after the service. In between now and then, we are going to switch and turn to our song cards. On our song cards, we are going to continue with the Baruch, the call to worship.
Yalalai.
Please rise. And as we remain standing, we continue on with the Shema found on our song cards, our most basic statement of faith, the Shema.
Rachel, get on the far side.
be seated.
So if you don't know that, I'll put them
We continue on, going back to our prayer books on page 268 with the chanting of the Via Hafta. 268 in brackets.
Ready?
As we continue on, page 270 with the Mi Chamocha, our Song of Freedom.
Who is like you, Adonai?
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you,
And on the next page across, page 271, please join reading together in the middle of the page. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, Hapores Sukat Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Amo Yisrael, V'al Yerushalayim. We continue on page 273. As we are able, we rise in body and spirit for tefillah. Page 273.
Adonai Sefatai Tifta Ufiat Giteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Ha'orah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Hasdei Avodim Ahot, U'mevi Geulah Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol atah Rav Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Hayim B'chesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'rofei Cholim, U'matir Asurim, U'mekayem Emunato, Mishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, U'midomela, Melech Memit, U'mechayeh, U'matziach Yeshua, V'ne'emanata lehayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Michayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shivcha kadosh, U'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalelu l'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated and join along in reading on the middle of page 278, page 278. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfills its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. At this time, we turn to our inner prayers, the prayers in our hearts and our minds, and we join in for a few moments of silent reflection and meditation. our thoughts and prayers now to those in need of healing. With that prayer, the Misha Berach, found in our prayer books on page 371. If you're joining us through the blessing of technology and are thinking of someone in need of healing, please add those names to the chat at this time. In our extended Adeth Emmanuel family, we send our blessings of healing to Sarah Seidman, David Aguilar, Eliza Wargo, Judy Fuller, Estelle Gittler, Audrey Pomerantz, Libby Barsky, Orly Boudet, Cynthia Rosenberg, Jill Hollander, Carol Levine, Judy Winegren, Bob Epifano, Meredith Gelman, Marion Portnoy, Malcolm Fletcher, Ellen Bertuglia, Goldie Schultz, Mindy Fisher, Kayla Chana Bat Adan Leib Vimasa Lea, Marlene Gratchner, Sarah Gardner, Cindy DeRisio, Harry Greenberg, Nick Bowd, Deb Nielsen, Moshe Ben Elizabeth the Theodore, Rosalie Middleman, Jennifer Ness, George Goldstein, Harriet Eisner, Carla Taish, Linda Drachman, Chaim Ben David, Eileen Davison, Craig Davison, Hugh Morton, Art Bond, Roberta Levine, Jordan Steinberg, Lisa Galda, Ed Crosby, Myra Kaplan, Jeff Schaefer, Louis Alahad, Carol Schaefer, Mary Mednitsky, Jocelyn Jackson, Jen Jones, Michael Infanti, Gary Garnick, Rick Ulrich, Ileana Cohn. And if you're here in the sanctuary and would also like to add the name of someone in your mind in need of healing, please rise as my hand passes through the congregation. Mention their name aloud.
Bruce Crane, Henry Weaver, Michael Pazetsky.
Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. Turn now our hearts to the east, where our dear Rabbi is, on page 377, with our prayer for Israel on page 377. We read together. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. And we can join on page 649 as we welcome?
They can absolutely join.
Okay.
I just wanted to say we're doing the prayer to Filat Hadera for all of those who are traveling to Israel to support those who live there, to witness what's happening so they can come back and tell us, and for all of those who are traveling within Israel to support Israel, to defend Israel, and for those in our congregation who may be returning back to Israel to support and defend Israel. We join together in Filat Hadera on page 649.
649.
May you be blessed as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be your blessing. Amen.
And as we also join together for those joyful times, this is that part of the service that I said would come earlier. Anyone observing a birthday, anniversary, special life event in the month of February, or if you missed the one for January, please at this time join us on the Bima. Any birthdays, anniversaries?
Or March.
Oh, it's my first time. This month is March. If you have a birthday, anniversary, special life event in the month of March, or if you missed February, please come up and join us on the Bima.
Oh, you're 29 too? What are you?
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.
And may we all say, Amen.
Now, for our family Shabbat, in lieu of a traditional sermon, it is story time. Any children, which in our Jewish culture is traditionally someone under the age of 13, but any children or children at heart in the congregation, please, by all means, join us on the bima for a little story.
All right, hello, my friends. So, the story I have picked for this week that relates a little bit to our Torah portion, it is about a pair of sisters. The younger sister, Rebecca, loved math and science. Her older sister, Louise, was an excellent painter. Louise could paint and paint and paint. Now, this all sounds well and good, except that, Rebecca being more of a math and science kind of interest, her older sister Louise being more of an art and painting interest, they didn't always see eye to eye. Now, that's not to say they disagreed or argued or even didn't like each other. They did. But sometimes they didn't see eye to eye. And that's not just because Rebecca, the little sister, was much, much taller than Louise, the older sister. The way they didn't see eye to eye was the way they saw the world. Rebecca, the one who loved math and science, she might see a bird fly by, and Rebecca would count each wing flap of the bird and think, how many wing flaps does it take to go that fast across the sky? Her older sister, Louise, might be looking at the exact same bird flying across the exact same sky. Louise was not counting the wing flaps. Louise was thinking, the color of this bird as it goes across the sky compared with the color of this bird as it goes across the trees. Louise maybe would look at a cloud and think, that cloud reminds me of the way the bird was flying. Rebecca would look at the cloud and think, it's about to rain soon. But Rebecca had an arts teacher at her religious school. His name was Mr. Cohen. Rebecca was sitting in her arts class, which was not Rebecca's favorite class. Rebecca's favorite class was math and science. Rebecca didn't love arts class. And maybe she was kind of drifting off, busy looking at birds and clouds, and all of a sudden, Mr. Cohen said, "Do you like painting? Perhaps you are good at making models or needlework, carpentry, or metalwork." And Rebecca yawned and rolled her eyes. She loved biology. She loved learning about the cell structures and the life cycles of plants and animals and human beings. Sometimes that involved drawing a picture of the bird, but the bird Rebecca drew did not look like the bird Louise drew. And of course, Rebecca liked math. There too, sometimes in math, anyone who's taken an advanced math class, the graphs, there is a curve. It matters that you can hold a pen, draw a straight or curved line. But these were not lines like her sister Louise drew. Louise would, fill canvases with these lines and shapes that Rebecca would just kind of look at and sometimes feel a little confused by. And she just didn't really feel interested in arts class. It felt like kid stuff to her. It didn't seem as important as Rebecca's graphs and biology models. But painting. Her older sister Louise loved painting. She drooled over these squiggly shapes of hers. Or she also, liked realistic pictures. Rebecca thought the realistic pictures would look a little more realistic if they were taken with a camera. But she would not tell Louise that. That would be rude. And so this is generally what Rebecca was thinking about, while Mr. Cohen's voice provided a pleasant, blurry background to her musings. And then she slowly began to listen to what he was saying. And remember, this was arts class in a religious school. In Torah life, said Mr. Cohen, every skill can be used to serve Hashem, the name, our God. This week's Torah portion tells us about this man named Bezalel, the great artist and craftsman who was in charge of building the beautiful sanctuary that once upon a time stood in Jerusalem in Israel. Through Bezalel's work, making artwork for the sanctuary, he organized many other people who had all different kinds of artistic skills. Painters and sculptors, woodcrafters. And through all of this, the wonderful sanctuary with all of its wonderful artwork was created. Interesting-ish, thought Rebecca. But still, this wasn't what Louise was so interested in. Now, in Jewish daily life, we can also use artistic skills. Our home, it's like a little sanctuary. And there can be beautiful things in the home, making it welcoming and attractive. And Mr. Cohen was trying to lead his students on, and he was thinking, there are beautiful, Jewish artistic things in our house. And Mr. Cohen had a feeling one of his students might know one of these things that was on Mr. Cohen's mind. Because Mr. Cohen had spent a lot of time teaching his students about one specific piece of Jewish art that hangs on the wall, and suddenly one of Mr. Cohen's students raised their hands thinking about the name of the thing that we hang on the doorposts. Oh! And Mr. Cohen selected the student, and the student said, "A mezuzah." Yes, quite right, Mr. Cohen responded warmly. And Mr. Cohen smiled a big smile, because he was very happy that his student had paid attention and remembered that word from the lesson. And, that student always gets an A+, thought Rebecca. So yes, like the mezuzah on the door, which gives a special quality to the room, the parchment scroll is carefully written by a scribe with a quill, writing on parchment. This writing is not normal writing. The lines of these letters are artistic, like the lines of a bird flapping its wings. Now, the mezuzah case can be very simple, or it can be made of beautiful olive wood or silver. But what about the paintings on the wall? Asked Stella, another student in the class. The everyday paintings. Stella was a very artistic girl whose home was full of prints and interesting paintings with Jewish themes. Certainly, paintings can help to make the warm atmosphere of a Jewish home, said Mr. Cohen. Of course, it depends a little bit on what they're paintings of. But a painting can be something which strengthens a person's awareness of holiness. A very famous rabbi encouraged quite a number of artists around the world to express their Jewish and spiritual feelings through paintings. And essentially, this was a long way of Mr. Cohen saying, back in these times, in these ancient times when we built the temple, it took mathematicians and artists to do it. It took mathematicians to measure the walls and know how many feet, well, they didn't measure in feet, but know how many feet to measure the wall. It took artists to make the temple beautiful. And all of a sudden, after looking out the window, because she wasn't particularly paying attention to Mr. Cohen all that much at all, Rebecca did think, my sister is also looking at birds and clouds right now. We have that in common. in the way that the sisters had this thing in common, the Jews of the past have the same thing in common: math and artistry. That's how they made the temple in the past, and that's how we'll build a better tomorrow in the future. Thank you for listening.
And we are getting set up for Let Us Adore Va'anachnu. You can find this on page 578, page 578. In the blue brackets, 578.
Please rise.
Let us adore the ever-living God, and render praise unto God, who spread out the heavens and established the earth, and whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. Adonai is our God, there is none else. Va'anachnu morim, u'mishtachavim morim, lifnei lev moshe Elohim, hakadosh baruch hu,
Please be seated. At this time, our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us. We turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598, page 598. First, we remember those who died at this season in years past, whose yardsites we observe on this Shabbat. And if you're watching through the blessing of technology and would like to add the name of a loved one lost, please do it this time. Those yardsites in our congregational family that we recognize at this season: Carmela Bagel, Janos Boudet, Eugene Fetterman, Sandra R. Goldberg-Rosenberg, Lillian Goldsmith, Howard Gordon, Ruth Green, Bernard Gross, Lillian Kaplan, Frida Longer, Bertha Novak, Ruth Rudolph, Leonard Schur, Samuel Slotaroff, Bernard Waters. If you're here in the sanctuary and would like to add a name to our Kaddish list, please feel free to rise at this time and mention that person's name aloud as my hand passes through the congregation. May their memories be for a blessing. I invite those who are in recent mourning in the period of Shiva or Shloshim to please rise at this time. I invite those observing a yahrzeit at this time, please rise. And as one congregational family, we all rise, offering comfort and warmth as we join together with the ancient prayer, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma Divra Chirute, Ve'amlich Malchute, Bechaye Chon Uvyome Chon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv, Vimru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ul Almei Almaya, Yit Barach v'yit Tabach v'yit Pa'ar v'yit Romam v'yit Naseh, v'yit Hadar v'yit Haleh v'yit Halal Shemei Dekudesha Barichu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiran Bi'alma Vimru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. Please be seated. And it's my honor to invite Doug Richter up to the bima for some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'd like to thank Michael and Cantor Sandy and Lucas and our youth choir for leading us in such a beautiful service tonight. I'd like to remind everyone to stick around for Oneg, and if you're around tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning, we have Torah Talk and Bagels, followed at 10 o'clock by Simply Shabbat. On Sunday at 11:15, we have the Armenian class, so you can learn how to lead Shiva services. Also at noon, we have our last mission task force meeting. And then after that at 1:30, we have Sisterhood's designer handbag bingo. I'd also like to remind everyone that next week is a very special Shabbat, where we will be commemorating Rabbi Levine's 10-year yahrzeit, and also recognizing International Women's Day. And the last item I have is that we have a fundraiser going on for our youth groups, where there are discounted Hershey Park tickets. You can find this flyer out in the lobby, and there's also information about this coming every week in your emails. This runs until March 11th, so please, if you have any questions about it, you can talk to Karen Fetterman-Elner, who's right back there. And that is the last announcement I have for tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And as we conclude our service, we join in with our closing song. Is it found on the song cards? It is found on the song cards. The song is Ufaratza on the yellow song cards. And all 4th, 5th, 6th graders, you're also tagged in to the bima. I know you know this.
Why is this microphone? What?
If you change your mind as we go, you're welcome to come up and song. And if you're younger, you can come too.
Do it to me. Ella, come.
May you always try to inspire. May you always try to reach higher and higher. May you bring the goodness and may you bring peace. May you spread it from the west to the east. May you spread it from the north to the south. Uparasa yama yama, makema kema, safona vanega yama yama, makema kema, safona vanega. May you be a light that shines the way. May you be a blessing each and every day. May you let the laughter and love increase. May you spread it from the west to the east. May you spread it from the north to the south. Uparasa yama yama, makema kema, safona vanega yama yama, makema kema, safona vanega. Anana, 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 anana,
Motzi?
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lelemi haaretz b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Okay, youth choir, I'll meet you over there.
Whew.